Are you wasting money on useless supplements? After years of trial and error, these are the only supplements that I've found to help me and my clients in my school community build muscle faster. By the way, if you want everything that my clients get inside of my school community for free, then you can click the link in the description and sign up to my email list. Now, the first supplement on our list is creatine monohydrate. Now, to understand why this supplement is so effective, we need to just quickly go over what causes muscle growth in the first place. Now, muscle growth happens when you effectively combine nutrition, training, and recovery. Any supplements that are going to help those three things, nutrition, training, and recovery, is a supplement that's going to help you build muscle faster. And creatine helps 2 out of those 3 things. It helps both training and recovery, which is why I call creatine a 20% supplement. Now, here's what I mean by a 20% supplement. Recently, I wrote an email about the Pareto principle, which is the 80-20 rule. The 80-20 rule states that 80% of the results that you get from doing anything come from 20% of the things that you do. And so, believe it or not, 80% of the benefits that you're going to get from taking supplements is going to come from 20% of the supplements that you're going to take. And there's only 2 or 3 supplements that you can take to make a significant difference in the amount of muscle that you have on your body. And creatine is definitely one of them. Now, here's how creatine literally makes you look more muscular. When you start taking creatine, your body starts pulling water into your muscles. Now, it's crucial that you understand that it pulls water into your muscles, not into your skin. So you're going to look more muscular, not more bloated like those guys you see inject oils into their arms. It's a very natural look, but in the best way possible. So yeah, creatine's great because it makes you look more muscular, but wait, there's more. Not only does creatine make you look more muscular, it also makes you stronger. So when people talk about strength, they're usually talking about how much power you can output in a short period of time, right? Short burst, how much power can you exert? That's why when someone's trying to find out how strong you are, they don't ask you what your mile time is, they ask you what your bench max is. Now, anytime you do something like a bench max or a deadlift max or a squat max where you exert as much energy as you have over a short period of time, your body uses ATP, which is adenosine triphosphate, right? So this is what's going to help you exert the maximum amount of force possible. And guess what? When you start taking creatine, your body starts making more of this ATP. So when you start taking creatine, you're going to be able to be stronger for longer. And that fucking rhymes. Here's the truth. So when you start taking creatine, you get more ATP. And what that does is, yes, it increases your power output. But here's what it also does. So creatine increases your ATP reserves, which means that you can also go harder for longer. So not only is your max output going to increase, how long you can go max output, how long you can go 100% for is also going to increase. So say after doing 160 pounds for 1 rep, you're done. You might be able to do 160 pounds for 2 reps. And here's the thing, here's where it gets completely crazy. If you're doing 165 for 5 reps, you might be able to do 170 for 6 reps. Now, obviously, results are going to vary from person to person, but just the fact that it makes you look more muscular and it makes you stronger makes it worth taking for me. Now, the second supplement on our list is not protein powder like everyone else says. It's actually your essential vitamins and minerals. Everyone knows that you need to eat protein in order to grow muscle, but what no one seems to be talking about is that if you're deficient in your essential vitamins and minerals, it doesn't matter what other supplements you're going to take because your muscle growth is going to be slow. And chances are you're probably deficient in the 3 vitamins and minerals that I'm going to tell you about, and it's stunting your muscle growth. The most important supplement that you cannot afford to be deficient in for muscle growth is magnesium. Magnesium helps you get better sleep, and that alone makes it worth taking, considering how important sleep is in terms of recovery. But of course, there's more. Magnesium also helps you contract and relax your muscles. So if you're deficient in magnesium, you could have a muscle cramp in the middle of a workout. And I've been on the receiving end of that, and it's not fun for many reasons. One of them being this.
This is what a cramp looks like.
Yeah, I don't think any of us want that happening to us. Now, the reason that I'm mentioning magnesium first is because 57% of Americans are deficient in it. 57%. That means that it's over half the population. That statistic alone should have you worried about your magnesium intake. The second mineral that you cannot afford to be deficient in for muscle growth is zinc. Now, if there's any mineral that can be directly linked to muscle growth, it is zinc. Zinc helps a function in your body called protein synthesis, which is simply the process of turning protein into muscle. So yes, you could be consuming all the protein that you want, but if your body isn't able to turn that protein into muscle, then you're just gonna spend a very long amount of time on the toilet taking shits and your farts are gonna stink. Zinc also helps your body produce more testosterone, which is very good for muscle growth, which is why almost every single testosterone boosting supplement has some amount of zinc in it. Just as a massive side note, most testosterone boosting supplements are a fucking scam. You should stay away from them, but some of them have useful ingredients in them. Now, the third vitamin that helps you build muscle faster is vitamin D. Now, if you live in a colder region, then you're most likely deficient in vitamin D, or even if you work a job indoors for most of the day, which is most people, then you're also probably deficient in vitamin D. Now, vitamin D helps you regulate your hormones. Yes, testosterone is one of them, but the other hormone that it regulates is cortisol, which is the stress hormone. Vitamin D brings your testosterone up and it brings your cortisol down. Now, yes, you can get these vitamins and minerals from your diet, but for me, I don't eat the same food every day and I don't like having to worry about the vitamins and minerals that are in my diet. So now you're probably thinking, hey, Sultan, do I have to take 3 different supplements for all 3 of these? No, you do not. You can just take one supplement. I'll put up a picture on screen and then that'll give you all 3 of these. Now, the third and most obvious supplement on this list is protein powder. Now, if you're a regular consumer of fish, beef, chicken, any sort of meat product like animal products, then you're probably getting enough protein in your diet. But on the off chance that you're not getting 0.9 grams of protein per pound of body weight, then you can supplement with protein powder and it's going to help you hit your protein intake. Every supplement other than the 3 that I've mentioned are largely wasters of time and money. But Sultan, what about pre-workout? If you're gonna get pre-workout, then you better get a great one from Gorilla Mind or Rice or something like that. I'm not sponsored by them, I'm just saying they have great pre-workouts. But if you're gonna get a shitty formula like C4 pre-workout, then you're literally better off just drinking coffee. Now, once you've figured out what supplements you're gonna take, you need to figure out how you're gonna structure your workouts to be short and efficient so you're not spending all day in the gym. And this video is gonna help you with that. I'll see you in the next one.